My name is Carol White. I'm a registered nurse and a professor at UT Health San Antonio. I'm also a member of the Caring for the Caregiver team in the School of Nursing, and I'm honored to be here today to speak with Mrs. Lupe Moraine, who is a caregiver to her mother. Hi, Lupe.
Hi, Miss Carol. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you so much for coming to speak with me about your role as a family caregiver to your mother. Can you tell me a little bit about how you came to be your mother's caregiver?
I think that the reason that I came to be my mother's caregiver was because of my father, what I promised my father when he was getting to leave this earth, as we call it. He made sure that he told me, remember, you're the oldest, and it is going to be your responsibility now to take care of your mom. And to us in the Latino community, our family is the heart. It is the heart of our family, Familia or family is very important to us. So, yes. Um, so I decided that I was going to take care of my mom and give her back the love and the caring that she gave us when we were children. So that is how it began. And now my daughter talks about the same thing, that one day the time will come when she will take care of me. So,
That's beautiful, Lupe. It's really part of your culture,
yes, it is.
the whole idea of family.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit of what it is that you do to provide care for your mother?
First of all, I make sure that my mom is taken care of in all her basic needs. For example, I make sure that all her appointments are kept medically wise. Make sure that her medications are taken at the right time. I make sure that all her meals are prepared, especially the things that she may eat and the things that she likes. Her clothes is ready, and sometimes I even help her with her bath. So there's quite a few things that I do for my mom.
It's a big role. People say to me who are caring for someone, I've taken on the role of a nurse. You're taking on the role of a care manager, a nutritionist. It's many things. How did you learn? How did you learn to give that care to your mother?
Part of it was watching my parents do the same thing for their parents. But another thing that where I learned was there's some videos that UT has put out, and I started watching those videos, and it would teach me as to how to prepare, for an elderly or someone that is forgetful, someone that is in early stages of dementia. I learned how to, prepare the room, pick up things, do not leave rugs, and make sure that there's no danger that they might forget and they might get. So those videos have been very useful, not only to me, but to others that I had recommended for them to watch.
So, learning from your parents, but caregiving isn't really a role that most of us prepare for. So, you've talked about the importance of availing yourself of available resources to learn
Yes.
to take on the role.
Yes, and there are so many resources out there, Miss Carol. The only thing is that sometimes our culture doesn't know that there's those videos out there. But I think that working together as a team, I think that they will learn more. That there are resources out there that will teach us as to how to be a better caregiver for our loved ones.
Exactly, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Carrying can be a difficult journey, particularly if you're doing it alone. Are there others that help you as the primary caregiver for your mother?
Yes, I have a plan. I have a provider that comes in during the time that I'm at work. Then I have two of my daughters that come in and help me with mom, in the afternoon hours or on Saturdays when I have to do grocery shopping. On Sundays when I go to church, I have two young men and some other people at church that help me with mom. But mostly these two young men, they help me with the wheelchair, put it in, put it out, and they watch her while I teach my class at church. And sometimes my mom forgets who they are, but after they talk to her and they make her laugh, she feels very comfortable with them. So for me, that is of importance that my mom feels comfortable with them. That gives me confidence that they can watch her while I do other things that I need to do.
So you've really talked about what we call a care team, putting together others that can help you. So you've put together people from the healthcare profession, a provider, people from your church, and also people from your family who are there to support you.
Correct.
But despite all that, there are rewards in caregiving, but there's also stresses and strains. Can you talk about some of your stressors in the caregiving role?
Yes, there are very many stressors. One of the roles that I have taken now is taking care of my great granddaughter that I have custody of. So I have to learn. I have learned that I have to divide my time with my mother, taking care of her needs, and then taking care of the needs of my grandchild, and also taking care of my needs when I can. Um, there are the stressors that, what if I get sick? Who's going to watch after my mom and now my great granddaughter? So I have to be very careful of what I do for myself so that I make sure that, I don't get stressed out and then just lose it and not be able to carry on with my role.
Wow, you're juggling a lot of things. You're juggling caring for the very young, the very old. And I think you told me a story the other day about how you bring the three of you together. Can you just comment on that? Because I love that story.
Yes, one of the things that I have found out that helps us all distress, I believe, is when they all want my attention. I found out that my granddaughter loves to color, and so does my mother. So what I do is I have color books now. So I just have put the colors there in the color book, and we start coloring. So that's a way to relax, and we talk about the picture. We laugh about the picture. To me, that has taught me that there are ways that can help you to not be so stressful. We're trying to juggle so many things that what do I do? What do I do to take care of this? But if you find ways that you all can work together, I think that's very helpful.
I love that.
Yes.
So you touched a little bit on self-care, but talk a little bit more, because sometimes caregivers say, well, I can't care for myself. That's selfish and I feel guilty. Tell me how you were able to cross that bridge and how you believe self-care is important.
First of all, in our community of Latinos, especially the female Latinas, it's very hard for us to accept that we are not selfish when we're not taking care of our loved ones. Even with my daughters, we talk about it. I can't do that. I can't stop doing this. But I have learned that taking care of my well-being, taking care of myself, I'll be a better person and be able to take care of others. So now I emphasize not only to my daughters, that it is important for everyone who is taking care of someone, whether it's a male or a female. It's important that we learn to take care of ourselves and do things for ourselves. I do a 10-minute walk. When my mom is resting, I'll sit and watch a movie. Or when my granddaughter is away with one of my daughters, I do something that will help me relax so that I can go to the next round.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Lupe, for having this conversation with me about caregiving and talking about the role that culture has played in helping you to be the caregiver you are, but also how you've learned how important it is to care for yourself if you're going to continue to be able to care for others. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.